The sun was shining over the Silverstone circuit when the pit lane lights went green to signal the start of the British Grand Prix weekend, with the first practice session on Friday morning. Almost every team has brought upgrades to this race, and plenty took the opportunity to bolt on new parts and test them out on track. Sergio Perez's Red Bull and Fernando Alonso's Aston Martin were among the cars sporting aero rakes as their teams gathered data on their updates. But it wasn't just technical tweaks that were on show at Silverstone, with several teams running special liveries this weekend. McLaren are sporting a tweaked chrome design at this race as a nod to the livery that they ran from 2006 to 2014. And with Oscar Piastri now having the upgrade that Lando Norris used to great effect in Austria, the new-look McLarens were both in the top 10 come the end of the session, Norris in 8th, 2 places ahead of his rookie teammate. Fellow British team Williams are also running a new paint job this weekend to celebrate their 800th Grand Prix, and their drivers certainly did it justice with an impressive showing on track. Logan Sargent gave a hint of their pace early in the session by briefly going 3rd quickest. But even more on form was Alex Albon, who slotted into P2 on his first attempt on the soft tyres, which was a mighty impressive P3 when the flag fell. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen could be heard complaining about a lack of grip early on in the session.
This is so curvy on ice.
But that message was heard just moments after he'd gone quicker than the rest of the field by almost a second. He was pushed down the order as the others began their quick runs later on in the hour, until he too bolted on a set of soft tyres, and the result was inevitable. The Dutchman immediately grabbing his now customary spot at the top of the order. Sergio Perez had rather more than a lack of grip to contend with on one of his late runs.
There was a bug in the middle of the track. Okay.
But the Mexican didn't let that slow him down and ended the session P2 to seal another Red Bull 1-2. So it was Verstappen at the top of the order, followed by Perez, with Albon 3rd in the new-look Williams. Alonso was 4th quickest, with Charles Leclerc the lead Ferrari in P5, ahead of Esteban Ocon, and last year's winner here, Carlos Sainz. Norris with 8th, with Lance Stroll P9, and Piastri rounding out the top 10. Nick de Vries suffered a spin early on in the session, but recovered to end the hour P11 in the upgraded AlphaTauri, with Lewis Hamilton 12th for Mercedes, ahead of Pierre Gasly and George Russell. Valtteri Bottas was P15 for Alfa Romeo, with Yuki Tsunoda 16th and Sargent 17th. Then it was Zhou Guanyu in the second Alfa, ahead of the 2 Hasses of Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg.